just after eating dinner and I'm stuffed.
Should be good. Okay. I have like this distinct feeling that the sound is gonna die for no reason. Because it did that twice, you know, in the past 30 minutes or something. For no reason. And I really don't want to have to walk back to the back of the computer to do that again. But,
okay.
I don't know.
Curious.
It might happen. It's just because I unplugged it to dedust the computer, which was a pointless endeavor. So now I know to never dedust the computer.
I should do that to mine actually. It's getting to be about okay. Yeah, about a few months now. So.
Yeah, just make sure it's not because of the grate in the front looking dusty. Yeah, I thought that there was going to be a salmon run on like Friday. It was not. So E3 has already started, I guess. Kind of.
Well, one company has gone and some news has come out.
Also, I hate these. I hate Pacific time. I fucking hate it. I keep thinking that shit. Like, I thought.
Which one specific time?
I thought Microsoft was starting now, so I'm like telling my employer, oh, I won't be around from like 1 to 3. No, that's specific, you idiot. You fucking moron. So now I'm just like, I want to reschedule again, so I'm just gonna tell my employer that yeah, you can come over and during the conference, Microsoft. So
I mean, it's Microsoft. So what do you even really give a shit?
I don't know. There might be something
anyone?
interesting.
We already know what one of their big special surprises is meant to be.
Yeah, because it got leaked. Wow, hilarious.
I mean, they didn't even get leaked. Square Enix just said, "No, we're not waiting for you. Fuck you."
Well, no, but then they took it down, apparently.
I don't think they have, actually. It's still up, from what I've seen. But yeah, basically, Nier Automata is getting an Xbox One port. Digital only a year after the fact, which is kind of like... You know, that's really the sign that Microsoft had to pay for this, and Square Enix just did not want to do it. So, you know, real enthusiasm here.
No, better to not weed people to buy it on PC if they don't have a PS4.
They could just buy a PS4 at this point.
It's like $200.
Like, if you're like
I don't think this is
Xbox centric at this point, like frankly, you deserve to miss the games that you do.
I mean, I don't think this is bad news unless it's a bad port, which is entirely possible.
I'm not saying it's bad news. I'm just saying it's like it doesn't exactly bode well for what Microsoft considers stunning news.
Well, we don't know if that was
or the state of their releases this year. It's one of at least 15 because they've done that thing where like we have 15 exclusives, except every time they say that, half of them aren't exclusives.
Alright, I forgot about the best part about Microsoft's conference.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive. I love that. That's so good.
David told me like a thought that's probably funny. Is that they're going to claim Nier Automata is an. Okay. I'm trying, but I have a washing machine. I'm sorry. Like, I'm trying so hard to hit them. It doesn't work.
It turned away for some reason, so... that works. Protect me! Yeah, what was that?
But yeah, like, David reckons that one of those 15 exclusives will be this Automata release, because it's the Become as Gods edition, so they'll claim that's exclusive to Xbox One.
Oh, I saw a joke that was like, because characters are, like, named with a number and then a letter, like 2B and 9S. So yeah. One of the characters is going to be named 4K. They're going to have their own route.
Har.
I think it's plausible.
I don't at all. That's like Square Enix aren't even giving this a box release. They didn't give a shit. They didn't release this on Xbox One in the first place because they don't want to. Microsoft's had to pay them to make it even happen. Which just, like, sure, it's good that more people get to play Automata, but it kind of speaks to how, you know, Japanese developers do not want to work with them. We also know this From Software are going to be at Microsoft show.
I hate that company name. I thought you were, like, flubbing up your sentence or something. brain had to process it.
No. So that's either going to be Metal Wolf Chaos Remaster or our first look at their next game, which they showed off last year. Like, I forget what it was called, Shadows Die Twice, I think it is. Or at least that's what we know it as. The thing is, that's not going to be an exclusive either. It's just not happening. So as far as we know, Namco Bandai are the publisher, and they are not going to let PC and PS4 money get past that. You okay?
Oh, that was a really bad flying fucker. Yeah, I don't have any stingrays left.
It's fine. We'll just have to make do.
Fuck! So, I mean, I know, like, nothing about Microsoft and Sony.
I mean, like, the thing is, all Microsoft can really have at this point is, like, third-party stuff. And, like, their definition of what constitutes an exclusive for their show has always just been, this is a multi-plat, or this is only a console exclusive, or it has a wee bit of DLC that only we're getting. Or an edition that we're getting that no one else is getting. Which is kind of like, it's non-exclusive. Half the time they aren't world premieres either. Like, they are fucking dying for content. We know two of their other things as well. It's like, one of their executives, or the last remaining Xbox executives, I like to call him, because he's the only one that ever says anything. Made that comment there in the year, hey, we're gonna get like JRPGs on our stage show this year. And filings and rumors go that one of them is gonna be a remaster of Tales of Vesperia, and the other is probably just gonna be a Ni no Kuni 2 port. And the thing is, if all their shows is gonna be like this, where it's just all ports,
Sounds like
kinda not looking well.
Sounds like Nintendo.
Yeah, basically.
Keep forgetting that Bethesda and
Devolver.
the Devolver's, you know, that, like, I think Bethesda, it's not the big three, but it's supposed to be big, and the Devolver is just there. It's fucking Devolver. I mean, really the only interesting Bethesda thing is Fallout, and that's only because I like the world of Fallout. And that,
You also haven't actually played Doom,
the
so.
game. Oh, they did Doom?
Yeah, they own id Software who make Doom and Wolfenstein. Or I own Wolfenstein, someone else develops Wolfenstein now.
That-
But it developed Doom.
Interesting. I thought that they only did Fallout and Skyrim.
No. Elder Scrolls, Fallout, they own id Software and the stuff they made, which is like Quake, Wolfenstein, Doom. And technically stuff like Hexen and Heretic, but you know, they're never making games in those series ever again. Which would be sick if they did. But sadly not.
Well, that can be good then.
But we already know that like one of Bethesda's things is going to be Fallout Shelter, but on PS4, because trophies for it popped up, and that's kind of like, come on, like why? Like why?
Why not?
Think of a number of reasons why you wouldn't port a mobile game to console, but hey.
I'm gonna port Fire Emblem Heroes to Switch.
I mean, my point kind of still stands. I'm kind of like this is basically just fine as a mobile game. I don't see why it needs to be on a console.
Because why not?
To be honest, I'm surprised Nintendo haven't like outwardly said like we're just gonna port all our mobile stuff to Switch as well. So that seems like a thing Nintendo would do.
Well, I'll wait 2 days. I can't.
I swear to God, like the length of that sniper stream was taking a piss. They're both shooting me, of course. EA show was an unmitigated disaster, but you know that's not surprising.
It was just uninteresting.
it was pretty bad.
I think the only bad thing about that conference was that kid's shorts.
Or the people talking, or the games they showed.
There was like a tear in the pocket, too. I don't get pre-torn jeans. I don't even get jeans in the first place. They're kind of uncomfortable. But
Yeah, I also don't like jeans.
Pre-torn jeans, like what the fuck? I think that's the only memorable thing there, except for Yarn Yoshi 2 or whatever.
I mean, that's the only one that stood out because it was the only one with any real gameplay. The only other thing that stood out was that Anthem looks like it's going to be a fucking train wreck.
It was Shadow Girl boat game.
The fact that you can't even remember his name is telling enough.
Do you think I pay attention to names? Like, who are the two people we're playing with? I don't fucking know.
Why am I doing my life?
I still don't even remember if you changed your name from Pocket 93 or not.
I didn't. Of course, two snakes up here right when I'm trying to...
Hey,
Sniper.
Biggs.
Hello, Biggs.
It's
Well, that's a problem and a half. Of course, you can't actually fly over the snakes because they just have a hitbox that projects upward beyond the reach of their bodies.
Well, maybe if it was Flood from Super Mario Sunshine, we'd be having a different time here.
I mean, it is Flood.
Nope. It's worse.
My favorite part of the EA show was how, during the Anthem gameplay, the cat is conspicuously cutting.
Oh, yeah.
Just jump cutting to other perspectives every so often. It's kind of like, why? What are you hiding?
The sad thing is, even I noticed that.
Like, that's really a bad look. I feel like that game's gonna like crash and burn when it comes out.
Like, there was gameplay, and then they changed to a cutscene, and then they went back to gameplay, and it like wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they surface from the water, and then the gameplay's like it looks like a gameplay's a cutscene of them surfacing from water. It's just like a slightly different cutscene, and then it goes back to the game, and I'm just like, at least
It looks really bad.
no, it looks like Metroid Prime 4.
Like the reliance on concept art is also like pretty telling because they did that a lot with Mass Effect Andromeda, and we all know how that turned out. And this really feels like this is EA's excuse game. Like it feels like EA have like deliberately hamstrung this so that they can justify killing off BioWare, because this is not the first time they've done this, and it's far from the last time they'll do it. They did that with like Maxis, they did that with like Bullfrog, they did that with Pandemic. They always make like their studio. They did that with like fucking Visceral. They always make their studios do one last really costly shit game and then use that as an excuse to kill them off when they don't want to pay them anymore.
Same.
So like we may be witnessing the death of BioWare next year, so that's something. It's kind of telling too, because like all the talents who made like Mass Effect, the original Mass Effect and Dragon Age and all that, they're all just fucking gone. They left like last year and the year before. Like when Andromeda started development, they all just fucking left. So like what's left is basically just a shell, and it's kind of like, oh.
And good.
Like personally, I'm not gonna miss BioWare because I don't think they're ever that good. It's still shit to see EA do that.
Well, it's EA, so the most evil company
it's
in the
what they
world,
do.
I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Did you like how they made that one awkward guy come out and try and diplomatically talk around how they almost got everyone regulated because of their own greed?
I don't think I was paying attention to that one.
They had some guy awkwardly talk around like the loot boxes in Star Wars.
No, they did that
Battlefront 2
twice. They said, and there will be no loot boxes.
No, it's not that. No, like this is when they were talking about Battlefront 2 DLC. They were talking about how we are committed to you because we completely reworked our progression system. And they just, tacitly left out the part where they nearly got everyone's business practices completely fucked by legislation worldwide.
I mean, it's
because of their own greed.
When you think about it, they did a good thing in the world.
I mean, I agree, but the fact that they decided to broach the topic anyway and then just talk around it, it's just kind of like, why even bring it up, you fucking cowards?
Thank God EA exists. Okay, my wall.
You can tell that, like, Battlefield 5, one of the first things it has was loot boxes, because they have, like, this really awkward airlift system left in for the season pass. It's basically just a free loot box of defined contents. I say free, so you get it for paying extra money for the season pass, and that's the only way you can get them at this point as far as we know. But it's like, it's very clearly this was a loot box system that they just ended up having to hacksaw into not one. And also, the key thing to remember is that every time they said, we're not going to have any loot boxes, they didn't mention anything about microtransactions in general.
Oh, it could be worse. It could be loot boxes. In fact, didn't one of them say that, like, you'll know what you're buying?
Yeah, I think that was Battlefield 5. They were like very, or no, it was Anthem, I think. They were like very stressing, you will know exactly what you're buying from us.
It was like a cosmetic, but you know, like, you're buying
Yeah,
it.
I think that was Anthem.
Oh, shit. I think the only good thing about Anthem was, like, the flying looked pretty cool. I think that's about it.
I mean, to me, it looked like really slow and ponderous. I don't know, man. Like, it just, the whole game just looks like it doesn't feel good.
Maybe I'm just used to Super Mario Galaxy. That flying
Like, I don't know, like,
is slow.
it's no gravity rush. Like, I don't know, like, it was meant to be like, ah, you're a big, powerful, stompy mech, but it was all just kind of slow and eh. Also, they said there was like 4 mech types, but they refused to show all 4. They only showed 2 of them.
Yeah, because the game's still in development, idiot.
The game's coming out in February. Its development will end in like the next 3 months.
Well, Kingdom Hearts is coming out in January, and they only showed us 2 kingdoms. And one of them is shit.
They've showed us several more kingdoms.
Have they?
Yeah. Like at least 5.
Does Hair World really count?
Yes. It's a kingdom. It's a world.
I don't even know why you're indulging in the... Not indulging, but humoring this kingdom thing.
This is just whatever. Whatever makes it easier to communicate.
God, and every fucking news outlet, when they're saying Kingdom Hearts is getting a January 29th, so basically February, release, is using the not Monster Hunter, the Monsters Inc. shit. I hate it! I hate it! He's so ugly!
Can you not scream?
I have to... One, I'm home alone, so I have to use this. This may be the only time I can properly express
You
my...
gotta use your audio privileges.
Exactly. The only time I can properly, Stop the blaster, you bitch! Game! Okay, we're good. The only time I can properly express my hatred for that. Like, and you're gonna have to spend the whole Monsters Inc. world there. And Monsters Inc. is great! And they're ruining it! I'm gonna have to look at that! Why can't I just play as normal Sora? Can I... Give me the option. Either way. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is probably gonna get a new kingdom revealed at E3, right? I don't even know who owns that shit.
They've already... Square Enix, and they already said they're gonna be showing off several trailers, so...
Thank goodness, because as much as I make fun of that game, I'm very interested in what Disney thinks they're gonna take from.
You should play the series.
I'm gonna put a high doubt on that one.
I mean, you should. It's good shit. After Kingdom Hearts 1 and like Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and Dream Drop Distance all have like pretty sick hack and slash combat systems. Like they're all pretty good, mechanically fine. 0.28 shows that 3s is also going to be pretty damn good. And pretty like fluffy, bouncy, more or less cheery games.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a hard doubt on that one. Unless they put Up in Kingdom Hearts 3. So really, that's all I'm excited for. I mean, of course, there are other Pixar movies that are great, but Up is probably
I think
my
like
favorite.
I don't know if they could really do one for that. I don't know if it has like enough for it to flesh out a world, if you know what I mean.
Maybe. Like there's the whole like rainforest, maybe.
Maybe.
And then months, expand months' blimp or something. They're gonna turn Sora into a dog for that one, by the way.
I mean, they've already turned him into a lion, so wouldn't be the first time.
Nintendo's gonna come on stage, they're gonna announce the Octo expansion, and then they're gonna announce new music for Salmon Run. Because that is a big enough deal to be an E3 announcement.
Let's be honest, they're gonna spend most of their time trying to justify their online service.
There's like that.
It's gonna be all Smash and please buy our online.
It's gonna be Smash Online, maybe a bit of Octo expansion, some Mario Tennis, and End Show.
Yeah, basically.
They're gonna.
Oh wait, also like an Indies trailer.
They're gonna.
Hang on.
There's gonna be a 3DS section, of course, and in that.
It's gonna be all the same shit they showed at the last one.
No, I feel like they're gonna announce a Yokai Watch title, and then everyone is gonna be like, "Who cares?" And I'm gonna get angry again because they did that for Yokai Watch 2. I mean,
Hello, fresh salad.
yeah, for Yokai Watch 2, they had a whole treehouse segment on it, so I would not be surprised if they did the same this E3.
I mean, they're pretty good about that. Like any games they personally are doing or have on their floor, they do a treehouse segment on.
Yeah,
it.
everyone's like, treehouse is stupid. I really like the treehouse.
It's like conceptually it's great. My only problem is like sometimes the presenters I want to slap them.
Kinda.
But otherwise.
Like, I'm not watching the treehouse. That's not important. I think that the treehouse is the most important part of the E3. It's high grades, by the way.
Is it? Ah.
They're gonna have a whole thing for Metroid Prime 4 at the treehouse. A whole playable thing. That person.
Man, I was killing the horde of thieves.
The Sea of Thieves? Sea of Thieves may get a DLC, right? Probably not.
Nah.
Poor Sea of Thieves.
I'm pretty sure that game is just fucking dead. I need you people to start like collecting eggs.
What are you
over
talking
here.
about?
The amount of thieves I had to kill. There's only one egg left.
Let's see.
That's small over here. Is it the sea? No, there it is. Oh, well, fuck me then. I didn't even know I could get knocked over that.
As long as we don't open that. God damn it.
Well,
Oh, we got one back. And I didn't get it. Cool. It's not that one either? Wow.
but yeah, like I'm expecting Microsoft's show to be the usual shit. It's all gonna be like third-party games, and then their exclusives are just gonna be not exclusives at all.
Yeah, it'll be a fun watch, I think.
I mean, it'll be fun to make fun of.
Exactly. Fun. Fun's fun, no matter what it is.
What do you think? Is there gonna be a car this year?
Yeah, of course. Hasn't it been a car for the last 3 years? Are they doing
feel like there
Forza?
was-
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Forza?
Forza.
I don't like that. Hey, how do you pronounce ugly lady in Fire Emblem? Because I heard apparently it's not Tharja, but it might be, but it's not. Like
It's Tharja.
I thought it was like someone. I think it's Indigeno Gaming said like pronounce it like Tharia or something. It's like is the J.
That is the stupidest
I don't know.
pronunciation I've ever heard.
It's possible with some of these
It's
names.
not at all, because in game she calls herself Tharja.
Okay, well there we go. He pronounced something else
Like-
weird, so it was like I have no idea.
Does he have ears?
Here we have dumbass. Actually, the D is silent. It's pronounced Jeffrey. Tharya. Yeah, see? I didn't even know J could be pronounced like a Y, but I mean, in Shit, this is not good. In ye olde Fire Emblem land, it's entirely possible.
I mean, multiple languages do it like that.
They don't have characters with normal sounding names like Jacob or anything.
I'm amazed he pulled this off in the end.
Yeah, that was like, it was really dicey in the middle there.
That was a fucking disaster and a half.
I have no ink. You shouldn't even be talking about that character in the first place, if we're being honest.
I don't even know why you hit her.
Ugly, bad personality. She's a funny lady with big personality. Hey, did you ever watch that dude's other videos?
No.
I watched the other ones with Luke because he never saw them. They're fucking funny. He says he got Smash Bros. Brawl early, and then it's in Japanese, so he can't read it. So he's just like navigating the menus, going, oh god, for 10 minutes, and then people in the comments took it seriously. And I don't even know how to describe. He did a Nintendo E3 conference all on his own. It's like a 42-minute video. Showing off the Nintendo PU. Do you think they're gonna show Animal Crossing, or do you think that it's not real?
I don't think it's real yet. Keyword yet.
They've had so many years. People will be fucking pissed. They'll be mad.
I mean, yeah, but whatever.
There'll be riots in the streets. You don't understand. They have to announce it. It's the most anticipated game that Nintendo could possibly reveal, I think.
Yes, I'm not really sure what they could do for Animal Crossing.
It's just the same stuff, but with a little more stuff.
I know, but that's kind of like that was City Folk, and I just dropped out of City Folk faster than I did any other Animal Crossing.
Well, here's what they can do. They can add official support for Roommate Edition. This isn't fair. It's not fair. God damn it! No! Stop! No!
I don't even know what you're saying stop to.
There are 3 squeaky Steelers, and I couldn't reach
Are
any
you okay
of them.
over there?
It
You need
sucks.
assistance.
Do you think they're gonna announce Pikmin 4?
No, I'm pretty sure like that's. I'm almost certain that was that fucking 3DS platformer.
I mean,
And Miyamoto considers that peak.
I mean, like, at the same... I don't know, like... They said it was done 50 years ago.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago they said it was done.
It was done. Like, they said it's done.
Yeah, he said the words, "It's done," and this is kind of like, are you sure? Like, that really does make me think it was just that 3DS platformer.
Yeah, I mean, Smash
Dude.
is happening, but...
Arcane if it is. Oh well, fuck me then.
Unless they completely reworked it, they decided, hey, we're not good with it. We're not happy with this. Let's completely redo
I
it.
mean, maybe.
But, you know, it's been a while. I'm just wondering if Pikmin
Like, maybe
4...
they had to like restructure the whole thing for Switch instead of like an awkward Wii U and Switch version.
Yeah. Like, I'm just wondering if it even exists, though.
I feel like it must exist in some form. Like, it's definitely been kicked about. Miyamoto has a soft spot for Pikmin. Understandable, as it's one of his babies. But
Well, it's one of the games that he composed in his backyard.
yeah,
Which means that it's guaranteed to be successful.
it's part of the Nintendo biblical canon.
Miyamoto was lounging in his backyard when he saw a UFO, and that's how he came up with Metroid.
He's contemplating the purpose of friends in a universe of robots, and that's how he came up with
Oh
Chibi
god,
Robo.
it's the top one. No ink. Alright, we'll just get these eggs in. Easy. I mean, I don't really know what they can do. It's like, is it weird that I'm not really excited for Smash? Because it's Smash. I already know what to expect. It's just gonna be Smash. You know?
I mean, I feel like that has to do with your position on multiplayer games more than
No,
anything.
because I like Smash. I feel like I'm pretty like playing as the horse is actually fun. You know? Like it's very fluid and interesting, and I'm pretty sure that the horse is gonna be back. I feel like
Imagine if there was just a Smash or a Yoshi.
I mean, if they replaced it with Paper Mario, I'd be more than fine. But I think that I'd be, yeah. I mean, that's
it's
the
just
thing. Like,
Smash 4 without Yoshi.
I can only really be excited for a few niche characters that aren't gonna get in. Other than that, I can be excited for other people. Like a lot of people want K. Roolin. I don't really care, but if he gets in, I'll be excited for them. You know.
I'd be very surprised if he got in.
Yeah, I'm same. Unless Retro is making a third Donkey Kong game with King K. Rool in it,
I really like that.
then you know, because
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some weird thing like they're technically not allowed to use K. Rool anymore because he was a rare character.
no, he was in Mario's Super Sluggers.
Oh, was he? Alright then. No worries.
He like K. Rool's great though because his design is great. No other words can describe that character, except for handsome, of course. God, there are so many. Oh yeah.
Missiles do not stop.
Sorry, French Salad doesn't know the nomenclature. Yeah, Yoshi's a horse, and a stupid one at that. So I call him the stupid horse. Except in Smash, you can't fit stupid. Oh, that's what they can do. On the nicknames, they can allow you to add more characters. I'd be excited about that. Because, you know, you can't fit stupid horse. You can only fit dumb horse. I mean, I don't think Puyo will get representation in Smash, but didn't Sega tease that there's something related to Puyo at E3?
I didn't hear that, so I don't know.
Like, a member of the Puyo community added them, asking, like, is it involving Puyos or whatever? And they're like, well, it may or may not involve them, but it sounded like it did. So, who knows? Maybe. Maybe, I mean, at worst, Puyo Chronicle. At best, a new game. Well, at worst, there's no game announced, but...
I'm gonna be that guy and say I hope Puyo Chronicle gets like a Switch version, but... yeah. Probably not.
At best, Puyo 20th Remaster. Everyone loves that one.
Fair Salad knows what's up.
I don't want it on 3DS. Well, see, there's the joke. That's the big joke, you see. How's Nintendo gonna keep the Switch alive to 2019? Well, they can not localize games on the 3DS until then. So, you know, then it fills out the 3DS's life a bit more. And they don't even have to do any work except translate some Japanese. So I feel like that might be the case, actually, now that you bring it up. Because I'm pretty sure that's what's happening with Yokai Watch.
If it is gonna, like, if Puyo Chronicle is being done, that's gonna be like Sega are gonna have Atlas do that in house. Like, Atlas are just their localization unit now. I damn fine wanted that, so
I thought those guys did Persona.
they do. I don't see what the confusion here is.
wouldn't they not only do localization then? Because they're making Persona dancing and whatnot.
I mean, we're talking about like their American branch, which is a
Oh,
localization
I
branch,
see what you mean. Okay.
not their Japanese one, which is the development branch.
You gotta be like, ah, Atlas America.
Ah, the pricks.
Oh, I thought you were dead.
No, I live.
Nintendo made 4 games for the Switch that aren't reboots or remasters. Probably true. But they're great games. I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I even like consider the fact that it was a launch title. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I remember I think I got my Switch at launch and then I let it sit in the box for a few months until either like this or something else came out. Cause I'm like,
It was Mario Kart.
It was Mario Kart, wasn't it? Like, I'm not really
It
interested.
was, yeah. And then we know how that went.
Yeah. You can't blame me though. I couldn't have anticipated that the double items would make such a negative impact. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 2. 4 items. You can hold 4 items.
Imagine if they just announced a new Mario Kart.
I don't think they can. Actually, they can because
They
Mario
probably
Kart
can.
8 was just a remake, more or less. So.
Yeah, it was just, hey, turn up the resolution on all these fucking things, and you get.
It's like in Zelda Skyward Sword when you could play as the beetle. So you play as the items. So you temporarily control the red shell. That's gonna be the new gimmick.
The new game is going to be a brown shell that hits the person in last place.
Fresh shell is onto something. Well, what if they make it fly again? And that's the change. The blue shell flies again. We all know you missed it from Mario Kart Wii, since that's apparently your favorite one for some reason.
I have no idea if that's true. I do not understand people anymore.
Maybe it's like exclusively because you can mod the shit out of it,
Yeah, maybe.
and it still has like online. I guess it also has that some like drifting bullshit, like snaking. People love that in Mario Kart. People love that
Well, I mean, I understand like you can use it and be like, I'm fast, but like.
Well, it's just an.
that's-
I think it's an exclusivity kind of thing. It's not common knowledge, unless you
I'm pretty sure
put
it is
any
by now.
part of the internet,
Yeah.
and then you have to master it or something. God damn it!
Yeah, Wii's also my least played one. Like, it just didn't gel with me.
I didn't even buy Mario Kart 7 because they decided to put Queen Bee in instead of Waluigi. So I think that's the first game I've ever boycotted.
I didn't buy, like, Mario Kart 7 because I was like, I don't want it. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, there's like that Woohoo Island glitch too. I think they patched it, but like, why would you want to play that game when it has that? Because everyone just wanted to pick Woohoo Island apparently, so they can do it. That's not Woohoo Island, is it? It's like it's the Wii Sports, which also has a Smash stage. I think. I don't fucking know. Woohoo
Look, I have no idea what
Universe.
you're talking about, so.
It's like that. You don't remember the map with the giant skip in Mario Kart 7? You like plunge yourself into the water and
I
then.
did not touch or play Mario Kart 7 to any degree.
Well, nor did I, but.
Yeah, but the thing is,
big
you actually,
news.
like, listen to people who talk about Nintendo shit, like, exclusively. I don't.
Is that condescending?
No. It's just a matter of, like, what's the word? Had the word, and it's gonna be like, yeah, here's a word, and I forgot it now.
Preference. Because that's usually.
Preference wasn't the word I was thinking of, what was it? That is your sphere of
Prerogative.
interest, I think. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's just that's just the place you hang around. That's the place you go to. This is
My
the
room.
things you pay attention to. It's gonna bother me now. What was the fucking word?
Protect me. Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's the problem with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's all the fucking items. Fuck that. What else could they announce? Star Fox, maybe they'll bring that out. Everyone hates that, but I would be excited for that, unless it looked like shit. But maybe
It's
not.
just you being your weird contrarian self again.
I think it would be pretty neat. Of course, it's it's not the Star Fox game everyone wants, but if it's what we're getting, then could be good. Look, I know it's gonna be, okay at worst, but people are gonna shit on it because it's not an actual Star Fox game. It's gonna be the thing I hate about gamers the most. That's the one thing I hate about the entire gaming community.
Like, if it is gonna be like that Star Fox Grand Prix thing, like, my main issue if it is just gonna be like, just fucking apathy, like, I feel like this series needs to go on the back burner for a while.
I thought it has.
Well, that's the thing, it needs to fucking go back there. To just go back. Because, like, the wounds of Star Fox Zero are still gonna be fresh in their mind, for one.
I don't think anyone remembers Star Fox Zero.
Two, no, they do. Everyone does. The moment this gets announced, or like a Star Fox game gets announced, cracks about Zero are gonna be fucking everywhere. Like, that thing is still very fresh in the mind. That was one of the big rebellion points about motion controls being shit, Nintendo being shit, and all that. And Miyamoto being deranged and all that, because it's like, he wanted it this way, and frankly, quite a lot of the slaps are well deserved. If it's a racing game with a story to be based in 64 again,
yes.
Yeah. That's the only story.
It'll be another retelling of Star Fox 64.
Star Fox Grand Prix retells the story of Super Mario 64 in space with furry.
That'll be the new drifting mechanic in the new Mario Kart. Like you can long jump in there, right? Because you can do the short hop before you drift. So the mechanic is you can do long jumps to skip over points of terrain, but then they're gonna have the mechanic an exploit where you can backwards long jump.
And that just accelerates you infinitely, so you just always outspeed everyone else.
That's gonna be the new drifting thing.
But yeah, like, it's just, I feel like after Star Fox Zero, it probably needs a rest. Just Star Fox.
Fucking. Oh yeah, I'm excited for Fortune Street as well. Wait, we already said that.
Yeah.
Yokai Watch it.
What's
Fortune
this?
Street. The big players.
Yeah, but the other one is just that it's that continued neglect of F-Zero, where, like, you have a sci-fi racing series that's in actually, like, good reputational standing, but you just continue to ignore it, and now you're giving this thing that people are very disdainful of and apathetic towards.
Yeah, look.
Just the same slot.
Look, this is common sense, okay? We all know this. I understand this. I agree with it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if this is the game we're getting, I don't know why we have to pretend it's gonna be bad.
See, I don't know why you have to pretend that it's like, oh, this is going to be actually completely fine. Like, I don't think it's so. I don't know why you have this stance.
Why do we play video games? To have fun and play them. I think it can be a fun video game to play.
See, it's weird that this is the hill you're making this, like, this is the hill you're choosing for this game of all games.
I make this hill for Banjo, I make this hill for Paper Mario, I am making it for Star Fox, baby. Fuck you!
Yeah, and Star Fox doesn't deserve it, and I can understand
we don't know if it doesn't deserve it, we don't even know if it's real!
Yeah,
Which is why
because Star Fox is a series Kenny needs just to fuck off for a bit.
I genuinely think it never came back after 64.
I mean, it did. There was like 2 on GameCube, there was the DS one.
People like the DS one?
the opinions are mixed.
People only talk about the racing ending now. Oh my god, that was close. Hold on.
It was like it's Starfire, like this actual like shooting like ship gameplay was actually pretty fine, but it's like the strategy bits I found them like interesting enough. It's simple but like interesting. But I think a lot of people just didn't like them.
Oh, yeah. I'm hoping that the PS4 Fortune Street gets localized.
It's a big hope.
That's what I'm hoping for.
One of Microsoft's exclusives.
Wouldn't it be a Sony? Is that at Sony's or?
That's why it was a joke.
Is there a Square Enix conference?
There is a Square Enix.
So it would be at that. When the fuck is that?
That is tomorrow at like 6 my time. I won't be watching it because I'll be like mid-transit to David's to like set up shit at his house for the E3 marathon with the friends.
Well, I'll let you know if it is announced. What else? Odyssey DLC, we don't really fucking know. Smash 5, as long as there's Yoshi in it. And they don't ruin him anymore. Okay, they made him better in Smash 4, objectively. But I want his B moves.
Why were you about to say ruin?
Because they're gonna make his B moves even worse, and I hate that. Exclusively use his smashes, and none of his special moves. Oh yeah, Mario Maker on Switch, even just the port would be good, I think. But a sequel would be much better. I like Mario Maker a lot.
I don't think that's... I think they... I don't know about straight up port. Like, if they ever do that concept again, it'll probably be like a brand new one, but I know.
I mean, people have been saying, like, Hyrule Warriors came out on, like, 3DS recently. And then they put it on Switch, like, immediately after, too, so...
Awesome. Yeah, that's because, like, Tecmo Koei are, like, fucking lunatics.
Are Nintendo not machines. Lunatics?
Not really, like, comparatively, no.
Spelunky 2. Hope we see that, actually. I don't know where we would see that.
That's likely. Like, fucking no. It's, like, temporary, like, PS4 console exclusive, isn't it?
Maybe at Sony, yeah. So that's something to look forward to.
That's when it was first shown. It was, like, they're one of their shits. So, probably theirs.
New Paper Mario game? Well, I don't know about that one.
I kind of hope there is, and I kind of hope it's in the vein of Color Splash.
It'll be good. It'll be good, but people will still be angry. 1,000-year door HD, even though it doesn't need an HD remake because it already looks good, and people will just get angry because it would just look more like paper.
Well, that's why they call it a HD remaster, where they're just the same thing at higher
resolution. Oh, I see. They're not gonna fucking do that. If they're gonna HD it, they're gonna make it the paper aesthetic. And you all are going to get angry. So don't even hope for it. Be thankful for what you have, which is already a great game that looks great. Death Stranding. I don't fucking know.
I want to see more of that because I want to see what Kojima's like when he's completely unchained.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't even care about gameplay because it's not going to be as interesting as the shit we've gotten so far. So... Just another weird-ass trailer where you just don't know what's happening. Sure. I think everyone will take that.
Yeah, basically. I'll take that. And I'll laugh.
I think that's it. Another 2D Mario, maybe? That isn't New Super Mario Bros. Would be interesting.
I feel like they kind of need to, like, find something interesting to do with a 2D Mario before ever going back to it.
Yeah.
So if it's just a straight platformer, it's just gonna be like, eh.
Maybe they have. Who knows?
Grinny Puyo game.
Imagine the Death Stranding dude in the Puyo style.
He just opens his mouth and a baby head pops out, gives a thumbs up.
That's when you get an 8 chain or higher. I think that's all I had.
A rendition of that trailer where it flies down his throat to see the baby in his stomach.
I think that's all I had, except for like what the virtual console replacement's gonna be, which is probably just Maybe N64 Classic we're gonna get.
I got my Kingdom Hearts release date. So apart from that, I like a release date for like the World Ends With You on Switch.
Oh, that too. Luke was playing that. I saw it in his DS, and I told him, and he's like, "Whoa, shit! I'm gonna have to get a Switch." I'm like, "That's it. Okay, it must be a really good game."
It's a really good game.
That's on my docket, I'd say, once it comes out. So yeah, that could be good.
There was the Square Enix producer for Octopath has said like Square Enix are making multiple original titles for Switch, and I kind of hope they show some of those off because that would be very interesting. Square Enix, when they do like are doing originals on their Japanese side, tend to produce like some gorgeous stuff, like Bravely Default, like beautiful. So here's hoping.
You know what they should do if they do an N64 Classic?
What?
Make it like as fragile as the actual N64. So you have to blow into the power slot when it doesn't work, and if it gets hit at all, just a bunch of like the game freezes and a bunch of numbers show up on the screen, just like the actual one. That would be
N64
really
is that fragile?
Yeah, it's really. I mean, I don't know if it's no, because it did that when I was a kid. So
I mean, I remember my one when I was a kid being a bit of a tank.
and Luke's Nintendo 64 when he was playing Banjo 2 days ago crashed twice for no reason. And you know how Banjo is. One, it doesn't save any
that
of
might
the
just
notes.
be like...
And two, you have to start all the way back at the beginning of Grunty's lair. So, very not pleased about that. I wonder if my N64 still even works.
I don't know if mine even works.
I learned to hate the stick on that thing. So, if they do a Nintendo 64 Mini, maybe have a modernized controller option.
I mean, there basically is one of those already. It's called like the Ultra 64, which is like, it's basically like someone's like, I think it's like just like a straight up cartridge that you just stick in the N64 itself, and it has like all internal bits inside it to up-res everything. I can just like run like ISOs or ROMs or whatever off of the cart.
Well, that's not official. Oh, speaking of that,
It's not, but it's better than what you get.
Mother 3, I would be pumped. I would be pumped for that.
It's not happening.
Because I'm
like it's not happening. It's never happening.
I'm not playing that until they release it, or until like maybe 3 years from now, where I just give up. But everyone loves that game, and I played Earthbound and I liked it, so now my foot's in the door. My footsy's in the door.
You should play Earthbound 0.
No. Isn't that Mother 1?
Yes.
No, I'm not interested. The game's apparently pretty janky and hard, and Earthbound smoothed out a lot of the stuff. But not inventory, apparently. I'm not too interested in that one. But Mother 3 I'm interested in. I want the real deal. I could play I can't talk. I could play the fan translation and then just buy the actual game when it comes out, if it comes out. But
yeah.
I don't know. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for it.
At this point, you should just play the fan translation because it's not happening.
I mean, I've had plenty of games to do now already, so I can wait.
It's fair, but just saying, like, I wouldn't hold your breath for a actual translation. Like, I don't think that's ever happening.
Well, speaking of, I have Breath of the Wild to do before Microsoft's E3. So I don't know if there's any other more E3 things, because this is our pre-E3 thing, and then we can see what we learned. Actually, wait, hold on. When is the next Salmon Run?
When is it?
6/13. Wow, really? I guess this one especially is really long because this started yesterday at around the time we usually start. So we could have done it yesterday. I realized a bit too late, I think, but then it ends tomorrow at 8 p.m. Wait, no, it doesn't. Wait, what the? Am I tripping? No, wait! I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. This one ends tomorrow at 2 in the morning, and then the next one is on 6/11 at 2 p.m. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. So we're going to have to figure out a time tomorrow
I mean, what, like 2 p.m. your time?
2 p.m. my time. Let's see. When's
Is that when it starts tomorrow?
That's when it starts, and then it ends at.
Like, I am gone
Wait.
all day
Oh, it
tomorrow.
ends at. Okay, so we can do it on the 12th as well, since that ends at 8 p.m. my time.
Okay.
So, well, the 12th is
That's plenty of time.
Nintendo. Yeah, we should do it then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when we'll do Salmon Run. And apparently, I'm playing 100% OJ on that day as well. So we'll see.
That's a very good point. So, like, what if they did put like a Fire Emblem Fates? Because I can think of the same things Nintendo would censor in Mother
Oh
3.
yeah, Fire Emblem. That's another thing Nintendo can do.
Yeah, I hope that. Although to be fair, like, ever since like their 3DS shambles, like, in a way, it's like Treehouse translation team have either been slapped and certain people dropped, or they've been like just outsourcing a lot more. Because like Xenoblade 2, to my knowledge, was like completely untouched. Like, and that had like things they would actually hit.
I think people.
Like, basically,
I think people didn't
like,
even like Fire Emblem Fates, even with the.
I mean, they
censor
didn't
stuff.
because like it has issues, but like the censoring and also the translation being just complete bollocks, like completely off base, like totally inaccurate, terrible, and just like actually like there's this blocks of text they removed wholesale and replaced with just dot dot dot. Like, it was complete disaster of a localization, and they did stuff like that for various other Wii U and 3DS games. Bravely Second comes to mind, where they cut out entire side quest endings because, oh no, it made some people sad once, apparently. And people didn't like that, and they're responsible for a lot of shit like that, and no one ever really liked it, and all the games affected sold kind of poorly as a result. So I'm guessing they've learned their lesson.
Probably.
Not stick their dick in things.
And maybe they learned their lesson from Fates, and it's gonna be like a more old style Fire Emblem game. Maybe Fire Emblem Heroes has made them nostalgic. I mean, if anything, at least we'll get to see some HD Fire Emblem stuff. So maybe it'll at least be eye candy. I don't know. As long as Tharia isn't in it, or Tharia's daughter, Tharia's granddaughter, or Tharia's granddaughter's granddaughter. Who fucking knows?
See ya, Biggs.
Both Fates and the original characters and story and heroes makes you nervous. I guess that's true, right?
I mean, like, the original shit in, like, Heroes is literally just filler because it's a mobile
I don't even
game.
read it.
To be fair, like, Book 2 has actually had, like, some genuinely good story moments. Mostly around, like, Legiarn, or however her name's pronounced, and Leviathan. Like, those two are actually pretty good. And their brother, whose name I forgot, he's also pretty good. Like, the main villain and the thrust of the plot isn't, like, out too much, but, like, the actual characters, like, a lot of them are pretty good.
Ice Lady. That's all I care about.
I'm kind of, like, tired of Suture, and I can't, or Suitor, or whatever the fuck, and I kind of want to just piss off already.
Well, too bad.
As a villain, he's completely uninteresting. And his children / generals are just a lot better in general.
He's gonna be the main villain in Fire Emblem Switch.
I mean, that's fine, because that means he'll just get ganked at the end.
Spoilers. Alright, I think we're done, right?
More or less.
And Yoshi, whatever. Yoshi.